So, before talking about installing packages, let us understand what are packages. All right. So, Linux OS is basically made up of two parts. Number one is kernel, and number two is software packages. Okay. I mean, anything besides kernel inside our OS is packages. So packages could be our application software like text editors, word processors, GNU utilities like Bash, could be packages. Device driver that help us talk to our hardware could be packages. Just like I said earlier, everything other than kernel is a package in Linux. So, in order to work on these packages, we have to understand what these packages are. I mean, what they contain. So, they're essentially four main components. Four main components in a package. And number one is a binary. So the binaries are basically the executable programs that help us to execute the files in the package. Second part is metadata file. The metadata could be the version, the dependencies, or the signatures. Third is documentation or the manuals. Like you must have seen the man pages, right? They are the part of the package. Configuration files. Configuration files, nothing but like the files with the settings, right? I mean, so these are the four main components of a package. So earlier what used to happen, like the end user need to compile all these things on their own, right? And it used to be a troublesome thing. But nowadays we have different package managers like apt, dpkg, rpm, yum, right, dnf, etc. that does all this work for us. So dpkg, that is the Debian package manager, and rpm, our Red Hat package manager. These are like the oldest package managers, and they essentially do all the background work for us. So earlier what used to happen, so during the early era of Linux, before we had these package manager, installing software was a time consuming process. So what used to happen was, so the end user, like people like us, we will directly download the source code and we will compile it on our own. We will take the produced binaries, and we will put them in the bin folders, and then we will take the documentation and put them in the man folder, so that we can use the man command to get the information about the packages, and then take the configuration file and put them in the SC folder, so that one can change settings and configuration over too. So all these things we had to do on our own, right? But now this problem has been solved by packages. Now we don't have to do this. Nobody like downloads a package and then we sit down and we do this. No, nobody does that anymore. This has been solved by our package managers, which are DPKJ, APT, all that, right? So as I told you, for Debian we have DPKJ, and for Reddit we have RPM. And so this apt-yum, so this apt is actually a front end or a layer on top of DPKG, and same thing, yum is a layer on top of RPM. So obviously these DPKG and RPM, these are primitive technologies. They have certain shortcomings, and so we kind of have better package managers, which are APT and yum, and DNF is even better than yum. So now we have better package managers which are doing all the things that people used to do on their own. Okay. So now we know what package managers are. So let's talk about what's a repository or repos. So repository are basically a place where verified packages are stored for easy retrieval by the package management tools. So repository is like a database, a storage place where all the packages are, or verified packages are stored, and the package managers basically retrieve all the packages from that store to us. These can be online, like the yum repositories, or they can be local folders or CD-ROMs or DVDs as well. Alright, so now let's see how we can install packages. Okay, so let's say I want to install a package. So first we can, if you're not a root user, you have to use the sudo command, and then you have to use the package manager. Since I am on a Debian system, I will use apt package manager. You can either use apt-get or apt. I will go with apt. And there is a slight difference that you can just search on your own. Then I'm going to use this command, install, and then the name of package. Let's say I'm going to try to download this package, nmap. It's asking for my password. Alright, yes, now it's going to download my password. So sorry, download my package. It's downloading my package and it's telling me, okay, these are the dependencies in the file. So with the apt, it downloads everything. It downloads all the required dependencies and everything, reading package list, building dependencies, etc. So basically in my system, as I told you, so package manager tools, they download package from the repositories. So my system have connection to these repositories, so my package manager automatically download all these files from the repositories. These repositories know about where I can get all these packages. And if I want to remove it, it's simple. Again, sudo, because I'm not a root, apt manager tool, remove or auto remove, name of the package. Yes, that is simple. Okay, it will easily remove it. One more thing, sudo apt. So what this command does is, the apt package index is a database of available package from the repository defined in our source.list file. That file is available in the se apt folder, and this is a source.list file. and it basically updates the local package index with the latest changes made in the repository. And it's important to do that. So before you uh, download a package, you should usually start with the sudo apt update, and other command that we use is sudo apt upgrade. So what happens here is the installed packages on the system may periodically have upgrades available from the package repositories, or like security patches and security updates. And to upgrade the system, we first update it, and then we perform a upgrade. Okay. Another way to install a package on the system. For example, sometimes you have a .def file on your system. cd God. I have this file on my system, right? I want to install this package. So in order to install this package, I can use dpkg tool. Is a Debian binary that we have. So we have just spoke about that, how we can use dpkg for .def formats. So what we can do, sudo, since we are not a dpkg I, and I'm just gonna copy this thing. So what dpkg does is this command install the dep packages, but dpkg package manager tool may or may not install all the dependencies. So after this command, we have to write another command to make sure that all the dependencies are ensured, all the dependencies are installed, because we are not sure that all the dependencies for our VS Code editor are installed after this. Okay, now with this command sudo apt-get install. Okay, so if there are any missing dependencies, we can fix them with apt command. All right, let's see if it's working or not. Voila, our Visual Studio Code is working. Good enough. So all right, so basically what next? So Ubuntu uses apt for package management, as we already know, and apt stores the list of repositories or software channels in this file called cd etc apt sources dot list. Okay, this is the file, but it won't open with cd, so let me move into the directory ls. Yeah, so this is the directory where our repository, this is, all these repositories are stored. And let me open the file. I will show you how it looked like. So this is the location from which to retrieve the software packages and update. And this first line is commented, and this describes the CD-ROM source. It won't be used. It refers to the Debian 12.5.0 bookworm installation. Here, as you can see, that this is indicates our the Debian binary package repository, that is the deb part. This here is the URL of the Debian repo. Stable is our distribution name, pointing to a stable release. Okay. The main contrib non-free. This is the section of repo. Main contains free software. Contrib contains free software that depends on non-free software, and non-free contains non-free software. Okay. This is talking about the stable proposed update section, where the proposed updates for the stable release are placed before they are moved to the main stable repos. And this is indicates the deb srsc. This indicates the source package repository. And this line is similar to the previous one, but specifies that the source code for the package should also be available. Okay. And this line specifies the bookworm updates repository, which include updates for the bookworm release, which include main non-free firmware and contrib section. Okay, so overall, so these repositories ensure that our system can access the necessary software packages and updates from the Debian bookworm release and its stable branches. Alright, so this is how things work in terms of software installation, and I hope this helps you understand how software are installed and what happens in the background, and this gives you an idea about how you can install your own software.